Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. And let's just jump straight into it. A walk and talk video through the spirit and a few things that I mentioned at camp last night while we're showing these few clips, and then I'll speak on it. Lord willing, we get a few scriptures as well.
China, ¿dónde vienes? Ecuador. ¿Dónde vienes? China, hi. Where are you coming from? ¿Dónde vienes? Russia, okay. Where are you from? Kazakhstan. You? Georgian, okay. Where are you from? Russian, okay. China, ¿dónde vienes? Ecuador. ¿Dónde vienes? China, hi. Where are you coming from? ¿Dónde vienes? Russia, okay. Where are you from? Kazakhstan. You? Georgian, okay. Where are you from? Russian, okay. China.
Down thinking that I was going to see a migration, and other people have called it an invasion. And I came away with the sense it's probably literally both. The way that manifests is you have a massive movement of people through the Darien from Colombia. Most of those people actually start in Ecuador. And the reason they start in Ecuador is that Ecuador has a policy where they don't require a visa. So people coming from all over the world can land in Quito, Ecuador, find their way through Colombia, move through the Darien, and if they survive it, which not all of them do, they can then get relatively directly all the way through Central America into the U.S. By the time they've come through Darien, almost all of them have been robbed. Women are being raped. Lots of people are dying. The migrants talk about stepping over bodies. Many of them are South American, but that is by no means the whole story. People are coming from the Middle East. We met Afghans. We met people from the Caribbean, Haitians. There are people from Yemen, Iran. Went down thinking.
So these are different things we spoke on dealing with this whole, as they would call, a border crisis. All right. And you got many people, many nations that are now crossing this border. OK, and the American people, the people of the state of Texas, with 25 other states have said, you know what? We're fed up with this nonsense, and you are letting these people invade our country, right? With also giving them benefits, some type of support and aid that we're not even getting, right? I'm speaking from the mind of the people, because when you see a lot of these videos, matter of fact, I can show you better. I can tell you when you click on these videos and you can see the comments, all right, of the people. Let's do that. I'm just going to read a few. It says, our country is no longer safe. Thank you, Mr. Biden. All right. This is very true, too. Right. From Steve Lodge. This illegal invasion is organized, orchestrated, and funded by the BA, the NWO, and criminal cartels. And like we always like to mention, this is we believe that this is an order and chaos situation. All right, you create the chaos so you can do what? So you can establish the order. All right. That's it for that. It says, another person, from Seated. It says, what's happening at the border is treacherous. We are all witnessing, and they spelled that word wrong at the bottom, but we are all witnessing of the fall of the Western civilization. Let's see. Let's see this one. It says, yes, my husband is Texas DPS working the border right now. As I type this, all these comments are true. Almost all women are sexually abused. Children are kidnapped and sent over without parents. Almost all have been robbed. It's sad. Also, these illegal migrations are completely trashing our land. It literally looks like a landfill in some of the most heavily traveled areas in Texas. What else we got here? They are literally letting people in who would, Slocky, they are literally letting people in who will destroy our country. The illegal invasion is not only happening in the U.S., it's happening in the UK and Europe. No coincidence that the same thing is going on in Europe and the UK. It's the globalists in league with China and Iran working in tandem to bring down the democratic West, and they're succeeding. See, it might get like two more. You see this one? And the you-know-whos will bust them straight to the border. They talking about them 1948ers, them small hats, the phonies. All right. See if there's... We need to start preparing for war. Yeah, because there definitely is a RACEWAR coming on top of a CIVILWAR coming. And they look, even behind that, that's the big thing behind this situation going on right here. You know, many people are talking about the CIVILWAR that may take place directly behind this. Not saying it will, but, you know, this is a more likely thing that may take place behind this because, you know, the patriotic American, you know, they willing to stand up. They willing to fight behind this whole ordeal, right? As a matter of fact, if we go to, let's go to, not that one we just on that. Let's go to this. Let's look at the comments on this one. It says, yep. It said the Americans should stop sending their troops to the other side of the world and start focusing on their own shit. We know they don't do that. You know it's bad when Mexicans are no longer the biggest concern of immigrants. This nation is falling right in front of our eyes. 100%. Right? All biblical prophecy, though. Let's see what they get here. Oh, good one. This is a good one. It says they need to kick them out. What the F? People like me pay thousands of dollars to come here, and people like this can just do whatever they want. Hell no. Get the F back where you came from. And pretty much, you know, people are fed up. You know, especially the people, you know, the taxpayers, the ones who have, you know, put their the people who put their lives on the line, who risk their life for this country, people who have tax-paying citizens that are working 9 to 5 that could barely get by, but here it is, you letting people, which they refer to as unknowns, because that's what they literally are, unknowns, come over here and get free aid. Meanwhile, you working to feed, Timothy and Julie. You are you're struggling to fill, little Pookie and little Nay, right? Little Nay. You see, you stressed out. You barely getting by, and here it is. These individuals are just letting these people come in freely, and they are being, so-called taken care of. But you as a so-called, or you as an American citizen, in your mind, you like, well, shit, how dare you? I live here. I was born here. I live here. How dare you help them, but not help me? See, this is what's going to turn the people, this is what's going to turn the people against this place, right? And there's many other reasons. That's just a few things that I came up with, off the top of the head. But I want to get this: the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, we go read verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." Right? Let's go into this word. If you don't know, let's go into sedition. All right, sedition is a rebellion, a uprising, a revolt, commotion in the state. You're literally having this happen, in the state of Texas, right? An attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority. You are about to see more and more of this behavior. This is what you are about to witness. This whole Texas border situation, this is just the beginning, right? This is just the beginning. And if you don't believe that those patriotic, individuals down there in Texas ain't pissed the hell off, well, they are, along with many other people in many other states, because this will, trust and believe, this will affect a lot of people, whether you know it or not. I done seen news clips and articles. You got to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Where these, a lot of these places where they're being housed, is taken from the people, like schools, abandoned buildings. Hey, certain governors, right, or mayor, I believe governors or mayors, right? I know I've seen two different ones speak on this and say they try to advocate, or they try to persuade just a regular average individual to open. They literally said, open your houses to these people that people have no clue of, and let them and just house these individuals. They just told you to open, do a heart-warm welcoming, open your doors to people that you do not have no clue of, no history of. Don't know anything. You're just supposed to open your door. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is madness. You should be a good, caring citizen, American citizen, and open your doors. To help the immigrant, help the next immigrant. This the type of shit, that is being the narrative that is being pushed out there. And the people, the people, they're like, the hell with that. I don't know these people. I don't trust these people. I got a family. I got kids. Whatever they say, what they feel is of the reason of why they will not let these people enter into their homes. Okay, so it says, "For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So this goes into the kings and princes really represent authority, right? It represents how people are going to come against, and they're going to rebel against the authority, they're going to take the matter into their own hands because they're going to feel and believe that you couldn't protect them, right? So since you couldn't protect them, well, you need to step aside so they, can be so they can orchestrate the law and authority, because obviously you couldn't do it, So they told you to step aside, and the course of their actions will stand in their power. You see, they're gonna do whatsoever they will. You see, this is definitely about to go down. All right, and as we continue in this society, things are going to get a lot worse. So there's going to be definitely a drastic change, a shift, real soon, right? So it says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. We're getting to those times as well. We're getting to those times where the pestilence may break out, and they might have to set up. Slovakia, they may have to set up quarantine zones. Things might get so bad where they might have to issue martial law. You see, so you think you'll be trying to go place to place and do this and do that? You're not going to be able to. Not to mention, what about this whole 15-minute city ordeal? Well, people say, well, what is a 15-minute city? A 15-minute city is, basically a city where, you're going to have everything in your access within 15 minutes. You're not going to have to go outside of, you're not going to have to go outside the circle. Everything that you need, everything that's essential, or everything that's, a necessity, or everything that you need to take care of your life is going to be within a 15-minute range. You're not going to have to go no farther. How some people might have to commute, and or travel, to get to certain places, to get certain things, 30 minutes, 45, maybe an hour. So, depending on what it is, you're going to have everything in reach within 15 minutes. Okay, this is another thing that we're being set up in this society as well. Verse 19 is verse 18 says, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. That's how bad it's going to be. Men are going to be afraid. Just watch. Verse 19, it says, the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Why? Because the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So when we tell you chaos is coming, that's exactly what's coming. Chaos, mayhem, destruction. These things are coming. Okay, these things are coming. These things are coming upon the world, right? These things are coming to America, Babylon, and Great. And you got to remember where we're at. We're in a place. We're in a land that's dwelt. We're in a land that dwelleth carelessly, right? I believe there is one more I want to play real quick. Not that one. Is it this one? Nope, not that. And I got a few clips here. I know I kind of went over a lot of these in different videos. Sometimes I may use again, sometimes I might not. Yeah, I don't believe I'll have to almost click through every a video to see what's going on. Matter of fact, let's see, what's this one?
This man, he wrote a poem about what's going on in his country right now that will be happening soon in America and other countries.
The first to arrive were the cameras installed to protect both you and me in places that we weren't that threatened, and yet the people didn't see. And what followed were traffic restrictions to keep the roads quiet and clean. The maths didn't add up, nor the science, but still, the people didn't see. And next came the 15-minute neighbourhoods to make our lives easier, decreed. To some, it seemed like restrictions, but still, the people didn't see. And then came the digital ID, so convenient, easy and free. Your life in one chip on a mainframe, and still, the people didn't see. The cars they sold were electric, all wired to the government PC, and they switched off the driving on Sundays, and still, the people didn't see. And the banks moved their money to digital, and the government banned cash the next week, and the ability to fly was restricted, and still, the people didn't see. They linked up your money and profile to the ID on the government PC, and connected it to social media, and still, the people didn't see. And then came a new cure, a new virus, safe and effective and free. They linked these jabs to your profile and connected the government PC. And when the people were locked in their cities, policed by their digital ID, unable to visit their loved ones, now, finally, the people can see. Restricted and tracked with no money. To go further, a permit you'll need, contained in your digital city. Oh, why did the people not see? These steps they've sold us as progress never looked to be quite what they seemed. And if you don't ask the questions in protest, then your children will never know free. There's no adverts on this video, so please get it shared.
This the same shit that's been going on.
You will own nothing and will be happy. All right. So yeah, so this is where we at, man. You know, and things are about to get a lot worse in the oncoming days. Look at this madness, right? But yeah, so that's pretty much the point. Yeah, I don't believe there's anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on right now, and Jake need to get their head out they behind. All right. So, Lord willing, this is Edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.